Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Shadow Tavern. My name is ShadowFox2122, and today I'm going to be bringing you some more War Thunder gameplay. Now, I've been progressing down the German tech tree quite heavily, and I've actually gotten myself a brand new vehicle. That vehicle, as many of you guys may know, is the Tiger 2P, or the Tiger 2 Porsche. The King Tiger Porsche, the one that got rejected. At least I'm pretty sure it got rejected in the World War II grand scheme of things. Let me know if you know, because sometimes I'm a little lazy when it comes to research. But yeah, so I'm getting really close to unlocking the Leopard 1 main battle tank. But in doing so, I have to go through this kind of awkward stage of the King Tiger Porsche. And I say it's an awkward stage because while this tank is, well, it's quite good in some aspects, but there's one major weakness of this vehicle. The turret. Now we'll be going over that in the garage shortly after this episode. But there are some good things that come of this tank. For one, it's got a really nice long-barreled 88mm cannon. Now this was sort of the Sherman killer. It was really the everything killer. Yeah, sure, some tanks could knock this thing out in World War II. But for the most part, the King Tiger was almost uncontested, except for its engine reliability. The Germans were known for building these amazing war machines, but then having them mechanically unreliable and needed to be fixed all the time. So, of course, that's not represented in War Thunder, and everything has to be balanced. So, what's going to be your greatest weakness while driving the King Tiger Porsche? Well, basically anything with over 100mm of penetration that knows where to shoot you. Anything can be a threat. Now, if they shoot you in the hull, you'll be safe. Because the hull is quite strong indeed. Like that. That guy shot me on the move through the turret. So, as soon as my gunner comes back on, I'm gonna get my revenge. And of course, I don't really have parts in this vehicle right now. So, repairing really isn't going to be a thing that's going to happen. But yeah, this cannon it's an amazing cannon. As you see, I easily penetrated the front of a Panther. I do believe that the standard armor-piercing capped ballistic shells, yeah, those are their penetration mechanics. They do quite well at long range and incredibly well at short range. So as you can see, every enemy is trying to shoot me in the turret, which is what they should be doing. If you want to take out the King Tiger, well, the Porsche version, you shoot it in the turret. Just looking for a shot on that Panther. And to be fair, I just want to let all of you know that this is technically the first video I'm doing with a pop filter. So if it sounds a little different, if it sounds a little better, I'm probably not going to be able to detect it, but please let me know what you guys think, as I am trying to make this good for you. There we go, another nice shot into the side of a Panther turret. With any vehicle in War Thunder, there's a time for assaulting a place and there is a time for sort of staying back. And some vehicles are really good at getting up close and personal, and some vehicles you just kind of have to stay back. The King Tiger is one of those where you should just stay back and let someone else go into the front. Usually you'll always be in a battle rating 6-7 or a 7-0. Rarely will you ever be a battle rating 6-3. I don't know why, it's just there's not really a lot of battle rating 5-3s out there, and War Thunder just really doesn't like to put you in top tier in this vehicle. Oh, okay. Yeah, this could be bad news. Probably shouldn't even try to hit this guy. Oh, that's not good. Another really good thing about the Tiger 2 is it's actually got a fairly quick reverse speed, 11 kilometers an hour backwards. I'm not sure its front top speed, but it's not bad either. I mean, this is a fairly mobile tank. So I'm trying to get into a long-range combat with this guy, but I really don't want to poke out again. I'm not really feeling too lucky right now. I've only got 3 crew members left. If he penetrates the turret, I'm probably done. Probably. I need to learn how to pronunciate my words. I'm gonna try and see if I can poke out and see if he's up there. That is... he's there. Yep, he's still there, but I guess... got him. That was actually quite a lucky shot right there. But we still need to get in there and capture a zone. I do want to kind of stay back. I'm 3rd on the leaderboards. I'm doing quite well. I don't have another vehicle to show you. I mean, I do have the Jag Panther, the premium version, that is also battle rating 6.3. But this is sort of the Tiger 2 version. Oh god. Please don't notice me, Senpai. Okay, so I've just got to slowly take these guys on one at a time. Okay, so we both bounced. I think he tried to shoot me in the hole, I tried to shoot him in the turret. I aimed slightly too far up. Okay, so I'm pretty sure he's still there. This turret is kind of bouncy. It's a little weird, honestly. Okay, so I hit his track. As you can see, I'm being really, well, not as cautious as I'd like to. But I am trying to do things like side scrape. Sorry about sort of this filler content of me not really saying anything. I am recording this live as I do most of my gameplay footages, so I hope you guys can understand. I am, as I said earlier, I'm in a bit of a jam here. There are 3 enemies, and I don't see where one of them went. Okay, why not? Oh god, ouch, ouch. That was exactly what I'm talking about. I made a mistake here. I made a mistake. Oh, and he's back. Is he? No, that's an A43. So I've managed to hold on to this tank for quite a while, so I'm probably going to end up losing it now. And that's sincerely unfortunate. And I'm going to have to do something about that. I think the A43 is British? It is British. Ouch. Of course, I bounced somehow. Okay, I gotta be careful of that guy, too. This is not really my favorite of things. I'm just gonna pepper him for no apparent reason. Okay, well, I did do fairly sizable damage to him. But, yeah, that is me. Oh, looks like I've actually got a backup, so you guys are in luck. But we've seriously got to capture stuff. I'm almost certain that we're going to lose this one. So, yeah. There's a lot of guys going over to A. I'm going to go see what C is all about. But we got to capture one of them. Hopefully our team realizes this, but I don't really have a ton of faith right now. So, yeah. Of course, the people complaining aren't really even contributing either. No offense to them, but if you're gonna say we gotta cap, you gotta be the one willing to go down there and cap. Just a tip for any of you new players. Okay, so the Lancaster's the bomber. Ouch. Okay, that was sincerely lame. Luckily for me, he bounces his second one. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do something, and it's probably gonna get me killed. But it is the last-ditch effort. Okay, yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, hopefully. Yeah, we lost this one, but oh well. We can't win them all. It wasn't a terrible result for me. I wish we would have won it, but ouch, those silver lions actually kind of hurt. Ow. Ooh, that's actually good news. I just unlocked my parts. So as you can see, I'm not really too far into this, and instead of actually going for fire prevention, I'm going to go for adjustment of fire. Because that last gunshot really kind of irritated me. Okay, so now we've got it in the garage. I hope you guys got a decent look at it in battle. I know it might not have been the best look you might have wanted, but it's what you get right now. So the armor of this thing, excuse me, it's really quite good when it comes to hull armor. It can be penetrated, as you saw by that Jagdpanther. He got me right in the lower glacis, I think. But what you're looking at is you're looking at 150 millimeters of armor on the upper glacis. And its constructional slope is 49 degrees. I'm sure you can probably see that unless you are watching in 144p. I don't even know if my videos are in 144p. Probably. The next thing is the lower glacis, which is 100 millimeters. Same armor. As you can kind of see, it gives it really nice sloping, really good chance of bouncing. Now, I do think that this is, yeah, it looks like it's a fairly big weak spot. You shoot that, the machine gunner's dead. Could go into all sorts of other things. Yeah, machine gunner and possibly the loader, maybe some ammunition. But we'll go into the X-ray version a little later. Up here, the turret is 100 millimeters thick, and really, if you're shooting it like here, you could bounce it into the hole, if that makes sense. It's called a shot trap. Let me zoom in. The shell would come in, bounce, and go straight down in, probably hurting the driver, machine gunner, and maybe everything else, depending on the shell caliber. So just be a little wary of that when you're driving it. Now, you could shoot this, the horizontal aiming drive, but you're probably going to have more luck taking one of these things out by shooting it in the turret. Not really up here, up at the top above the gun mantlet or on the top roof. Now, if this thing gets hit by artillery, I'm almost certain that it will die, but my artillery deaths are starting to go down. I had a really bad period where I just kept dying, which was quite unfortunate. Moving on to the side armor. The side armor is the same on both sides. You're looking at 80 millimeters thick. So pretty much anything that you come across will be able to penetrate it if it's flat. Now there is this little area if I can get to it. I don't know if it counts as armor, but it's this, yeah, it should count as armor. These little plates right here are probably about 5 millimeters thick, but they will save you from a lot of shells, especially things like heavy duty, high explosive, heat, etc. So 80 millimeters up there, 80 millimeters up here. Tracks count as 20, approximately. 30 for the actual tracks, and then the road wheels and the chassis system is 20 millimeters. Oh, that was fast. Again, 80 millimeters up top. You can pretty much shoot this thing anywhere, and it will penetrate, assuming, of course, that it is flat. Going on to the rear, it's 80 at the rear as well, and 80 up here. There are no weaknesses in the back, no weaknesses here. There's no constructional weaknesses anywhere except for really the front, and that's this little spot right here, but if you miss it, you're gonna bounce. More than likely, unless if you've got like a Leopard 1 shooting at this thing. But if you've got a Leopard 1 shooting at a Tiger II Porsche, yeah, that's not really fun. So the next thing that we're going to be looking at is the X-ray version of this tank. So the transmission sits in front. That's kind of standard for most German vehicles. You've got your machine gunner, your driver, and then their optics. You've also got your cannon, breech, and machine gun up here, and just the barrel. More optics over here. You've got your gunner, your loader, and your commander. So when you're shooting this thing in the turret, try to always aim to the right side, as you will take out its gunner and its commander constantly. And then they'll have to replace that with one person, and you just keep shooting that thing, and you'll usually kill it in 3 shots. Now if you've got a fast reload, hit it on the right, hit it on the left, hit it on the right again, and you should be able to take it out much faster. Okay, so the radio station sits where the armor is pretty much thickest, so good luck taking that out unless if you get a really good fragmentation shot or from the side. This is the side profile. You've got your fuel tank sitting down below, engine sitting in the back, surrounded by more fuel tanks and even some radiators. You've got 2 radiators on each side, and I believe 4 fuel tanks, or 2 fuel tanks on each side, not including the ones in the side area. You've got your horizontal aiming drive. I do believe the vertical aiming drive, I actually don't know where that is. If I find it, I will help you find it, question mark. The ammunition stowage, you've got some in the turret and you've got some in the side. Now when you're running a low amount of ammo, and by low I really mean about half, your side ammunition racks are going to be full and your top is going to be empty. So usually if you want to ammo rack one of these things, hit it in the side. And to give you a more better reference, that is here and here. Now the turret ammunition is going to be stowed right around there. I really hope you can see the mouse. Probably not, but yeah, it's stowed up there. From the rear, you've got engine, fuel tanks, radiators, all the good stuff. So now let's just take a look at the modifications. When you purchase your Tiger II-P, which will set you back, oh, let's see here. Can't really, I'm going to try to find out how much it costs. I want to say it was like $320,000. Don't quote me on that. But your crew train cost is $90,000. So it's fairly expensive. Research points, I want to say it's somewhere around 100,000 research. So it's going to take you a lot. Yeah, and this is where I am with the German tree. I need to purchase these 2 Panthers, unlock. Really, I just need to purchase and unlock all of these tanks right here. And then Tier 5 is unlocked for me. Or rank 5. But let's go ahead and take a look into the modifications. So standard on most tanks, you've got your tracks, parts, horizontal drive for Tier 1. Tier 2, you've got suspension, brake system, fire prevention. You've got your first different round of ammunition, which is high explosive anti-tank, which I recommend that you never take. It just it doesn't really seem too worth it to me. And then you've got your adjustment of fire. Rank 3, you've got filters, an elevation mechanism. Tier 4, you've got transmission, engine, and the armor-piercing composite rigid shells, which have some really good penetration values. You're going to do less damage with them, but that penetration is a little unbeatable. So when you get all of these things unlocked, in which order I recommend you go: parts, tracks, and then either fire prevention or adjustment of fire. Then I'd probably recommend filters, transmission engine, and then whichever one you want. But definitely make sure you get, for Tier 1, parts and tracks. And then for Tier 2, fire prevention and adjustment of fire. Tier 3, I recommend, well, you can go either way. If you want to be quicker, you go with filters. If you want to be able to aim higher and a little bit more accurately, go with elevation mechanism. Tier 4, engine or transmission, whichever one suits your fancy, and then unlock it in whatever order that you would like. Yeah, that was a mouthful for some reason. So just a few quick more things. You've got your 88mm KWK 43 cannon. That's this long-barreled cannon. You have 77 rounds of ammo. I recommend you take somewhere around 30 to 35 rounds. However you want to split them. If you want to use heat, go for it. It's not my recommended choice, obviously, for the penetration value, but it's your life. You've got an MG34 machine gun, coaxially mounted to the, well, in this case, to the left of your main cannon, but it's located on the right, a little too quick from this location. Turret rotation speed is 13.1 degrees per second, fairly quick, but kind of slow at the same time. You've got negative 8 degrees of gun depression, or 8 degrees. I don't know why I just said negative. And you've got 15 degrees of gun elevation. Quite good. Reloading rate, you're looking at a 10-second reload, so you've got 6 rounds per minute. Of course, that depends on your gunners, or your loaders, reload time, and whether or not your loader is actually alive or not. Hull armor, we already went over that. Turret armor, we went over that. Penetration, you kind of saw it. But 232 at 100, 219 at 500? And 204 at 1,000. Yeah, down here. 68-ton vehicle with 903 horsepower. Your max speed forward is 44 kilometers per hour. Stock, your maximum inclination is 40, with tracks 43. Visibility, you can be seen fairly easily in arcade. But that's going to do it for the Tiger 2 Porsche. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button, punch that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Peace.